A&D's battery testing system, BTS, makes battery testing easy. BTS is the battery system solution from A&D's iTest test automation platform. The open architecture allows for integration of third-party devices, such as programmable power supplies and climatic chambers, and the spreadsheet-style interface means that there's no scripting language to learn. Combine that power with the included standardized test schedules and parameterized signals, and you can be up and running battery pack tests in no time. Let's take a closer look at the software interface to see how you can get started. The first step is to set up your tests in the Test Manager application. Let's do that. We launch the BTS Manager and select the battery pack solution. To configure the system, we're just going to walk through the directory tree structure here on the left. We'll start with devices to set up communications between the BTS and the battery management system and select the channels that we're interested in. We'll use this CAN device and double-click. We want to set up our signals, so we'll go down to Signals and select Edit. From this screen, we'll import the DBC file for our BMS. As we expand these, we can see messages and signals that are available to us for use in our testing. We select the message and signals of interest, add them, and click OK. We now have our list of CAN signals, but, and this part is important, we want to map these signals to our BTS channels. This will become very helpful down the road. By mapping the channels, BTS can parameterize these values, enabling you to use the same test schedules from one test to another. You only have to do this mapping once for each battery management system. Save your configuration, and it will save you a lot of time down the road. So we'll exit out of here. To map the channels, we go to Battery Setup and select the Circuit Editor. We select the assignable channels and pair the circuit channel to the source channel name from the drop-down menu from the signals that we just imported, and fill out the whole spreadsheet. Then select OK. We can also select circuit parameters to specify which parameters to log and set our low and high limits. These limits can be based on parameters or hard-coded numbers. We've now established communications and set up our channels all through spreadsheet interfaces. Next, we need to tell the system what battery pack we're testing. We'll move down to Batteries here and select a new battery. We'll need our battery data sheet here to input these values. And then we move through the tabs along the bottom. In the next tab, we input limits for such things as high and low voltage, current, and power. We then have to input the startup procedure and shutdown procedure for the battery pack, and we can type in some notes in the last tab to save along with the battery information. All of this can then be saved to a battery name, so we can reuse the information for other tests on the same battery, or for additional identical battery packs, or for a starting point for a new battery. Next, we need to set up our test schedule. BTS has already done this for these standard battery tests, but we can easily create custom tests as well. We can use these as starting points, and again, just use the spreadsheet interface to define your step tasks. It's all written in plain English, no coding required. We've now completely configured communications, the battery pack, and the test schedule, all through spreadsheets that we found just by walking through this directory structure, and in a way that will ensure consistency and save time for all of our future testing using the BTS Test Manager. Let's take a quick look at the other iTest interface, the Operators Console. The Operators Console allows you to control and monitor your tests. The operator just needs to specify the battery ID and select the battery specification and test schedule that were input in the test manager. So let's do that. The circuit info here is where you will enter the battery ID. The test schedule is selected from the drop-down menu here. For users with A&D's LabWorks Lab Management Suite, this can be downloaded from the Lab Central server. Otherwise, available test schedules will appear in the list on this drop-down menu. The same applies to the battery specification here. They can either be downloaded from Lab Central or stored on the same PC as iTest. Once a test is started, the test can be monitored from the Monitor Circuit tab. Real-time data is shown on the top. The test schedule is shown below that, with the current step highlighted. Circuit parameters are shown over here with green, yellow, and red to highlight if the parameter is within normal limits, at a warning level, or outside system limits. The test is typically shut down if anything goes red, but this behavior can be established for each parameter when establishing circuit parameters within the test manager. The circuit limits are displayed below the parameters for reference, and system and operator messages are shown here. Individual cells can be monitored through the Monitor Cells tab, and from the Chamber tab, the operator can take over manual control of this chamber set points through the display interface. And that's it. It's really that easy. An entire battery pack test can be configured, tested, and monitored by entering just a few values through spreadsheets. When used with A&D's LabWorks Lab Management Suite, the test schedules, battery configuration files, results, and automatically generated reports are stored on the Lab Central server for easy access and retrieval across an entire global organization. For more information on A&D's battery solutions, visit our website at andtech.com/batsystems.